Menaka, I'll start with you. How much are we talking about here?
We're talking about $5 billion, Yvonne, and, I think it is the second highest month in almost 10 or 11. I'm sure CJ will correct me on that. But interestingly, we have no time to rest on our laurels this June. It's a busy month. We've got a monetary policy announcement this week. We're watching crude prices. After that, Saudi Arabia production cut news. We're also watching the rupee nearing $83. And most importantly, we're watching the monsoon, which is already delayed. And all of these factors are going to play into further foreign investments in India. CJ, what are you expecting over the course of the next few weeks?
Oh, well, Menaka, thank you so much for having me. Of course, at this point of time, things are looking quite good when it comes to foreign inflows. We have had, 24 consecutive days of foreign net buying from foreign funds, which almost is at historical levels, the highest that we have seen in almost 7 years now. If that continues, clearly the market momentum will remain positive. But as you said, the risks remain at this point of time, especially on the consumption side, especially with the monsoon being delayed, as you have mentioned. Apart from that, we have the monetary policy not only at home from the RBI but also from the US Fed later, and how the stance changes there, what the Fed does will also have quite a say in how foreign fund buying continues in India in the coming weeks and months to go.
CJ, what can you tell us about the stocks, sectors, and key areas or themes that foreign investors have favored so far?
Well, Menaka, I think the one sector that has definitely, caught the fancy of investors has been the financial space, especially the banking space. I mean, if you look at the fourth quarter earnings here, the March quarter earnings here from the banking industry, they have been largely quite solid, while there were a bit of, question marks over margins. But overall, headline credit growth, if you look at the profit after tax numbers, they have all been quite solid. And the analyst community has also retained its bullishness towards that sector. So clearly, that is one sector that has benefited. The other sector that has started to see some, buying at the dips is the information technology space recently, probably on the tail of the rally that we are seeing in technology stocks in the US and other parts of Asia as well. And the one sector definitely that has been on the books of FPIs, even during the days of net selling from the cohort, is the capital goods space or the infrastructure space. Clearly, a vote of confidence in the government's push for capex, as well as the belief that private investment may finally be returning to these shores.
CJ, okay, markets and investors can be extraordinarily fickle. What's going to help sustain these fund flows?
Hey, hi, Rish. Thank you. At this point of time, the one factor that is definitely helping us is our northern neighbors, that is China. The stuttering rally there, the doubts over the economic recovery is definitely forcing a lot of investors to rotate funds out of China, which saw massive inflows back at the tail end of 2022 and early days of 2023 towards markets like India, Taiwan, and South Korea. These are the three markets that have definitely benefited from the stuttering recovery in China at this point of time. And if that continues, and if those doubts continues, I think funds will keep chasing returns. And at this point of time, returns seems to be in a market like India than China for a lot of these investors.